All right, thanks for joining us here on Greg and Sabrina. We are going to be covering some cool stuff these days. Star Trek, we're going to do the actual story mission, and we're going to go collect some Omega particles because the event is out. And of course, anybody that's been playing, let's take a look here and see what they gave out. So I'm going to my inventory to show you. Obviously, I have collected too much crap. So they gave you an Elite Bridge Officer Training Token. Wow, that's pretty awesome, huh? That's what I'm saying. And they also gave you an Elite Training Token for your captain. Obviously, I got the SS Distress Call. There was a TFO reward. There is Experimental Ship Upgrade Token, which is really good because those things can cost, turn your ship up a notch, And then the final day was a T6 ship coupon gift pack. That's directly for T6 ships, Really cool, really cool. And of course the new Party Popper is out. Is this it right here? The 16th anniversary. So, we have to equip this somewhere, so we're going to equip it there. And let's see what it does here. Is it here? Where is it? We don't know. There it is. So, yeah, we're going to be covering some Star Trek stuff because I love Star Trek. It's a great game. Now, you might notice that some of my color recording might be off on this, and I am going to be fixing that. I noticed it because it's kind of like an off-color palette. I was experimenting, so it's not as bright and vivid. But hopefully it'll look bright and vivid when I'm done. So, here's what the new Party Popper does. It shoots out these strange little things. Let's see. So, those things just took off way over there. And let's see if we can shoot them in here to get them stuck in here. So some little triangles. It looks like an alien mask. Certain types of aliens there. You got the little ship stuff. And turns into little... They went from big to small. It's really weird. You kick them around like boxes, though. So this is this year's little thing, So... So collecting particles is always a fun thing to do on Star Trek. I love doing it. It's like, use your vacuum cleaner to go get stuff. Whoa, what's that? Whoa, I never got that. That's pretty cool. I know that must be his pet. That's a pretty cool pet. I like it. Doesn't that look cool? That's pretty cool. I got so much stuff on here, it's like, dude, my inventory's full on all my characters. And my bank's full. What am I supposed to do? You guys gotta up the ante there. We need some more stuff. So, let's talk to Q. Omega Stabilization today. Like always. We're gonna be bringing out more Beans videos, more unboxing videos. We've been working on special contract deals with trying to get Disney and... analog, limited run games, 8-bit, 8-bit do, so all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of what we've been working with lately. And I've been super busy, so first thing you want to do is return to ship. Now, really, before you get started doing the Omega particle stabilization, is you want to go and put some of the biggest engines on your ship. Because if Q says your ship is going slow, then you failed. That's right. That's really happening. Okay, so we're gonna stabilize some particles right outside the door here. And the best part about this is whenever you're doing this, it reminds me of like using a vacuum cleaner to suck up dust bunnies. Just sucking up particles and atoms and strange things. I like sucking up particles, Whoa. Now, on the computer, there was actually a trick you could do with the mouse, and you could actually get all levels of these at the same time and reach over 1,000 easily, and it would finish out. So you'd get like 4 instead of 3, and you could actually cheat the system. I don't know if you would consider using a macro, but, you know, that's kind of what we used to do. So, see, I got 880 right there, and I wasn't even trying. It used to be that you could get well over 1,000 by doing the cheat. It was basically 1,000 or something. Like 900 or something is like, you know, you did good. That's like almost all of them. So, the one that I hate the most, as far as all this goes, is... Well, Deep Space Nine is kind of like running in a big circle to try to find it if it's on Deep Space Nine, but space ain't so bad. So the best thing is pretty much what we got right now, so you're going to warp to Sector. The one that I think I hate the most sometimes is Ground Vulcan and Ground Andoria. Why I say that? Well, you know why if you've ever played this game. You'll run for 5 million miles, and then the Omega particle moves, and then it's over there on the other side of the map. You got to go all the way back to the beginning. It's better to just teleport out of there and come back in, because it'll take like 45 minutes to run across that damn map. So, you know, there's that. So why isn't it bringing up the planets here? Okay, so yeah, it's a great game. It's more built for the computer because computer has movie mode, everybody, which is like my favorite. I used to love to play in movie mode. If you have macro and everything, it doesn't really matter, you know. Now, where is this Omega particle? Over there? So, yeah, so going and collecting particles tonight, everybody. I am going to be doing a video on the walkthrough of the actual mission, to show the mission, because I missed the mission. Star Trek, they need to make some more movies. And I don't mind if they bring back any of the characters that they've ever had played. In fact, I'd prefer Chris Pine, you know, because, you know, it's just, we got used to him, you know. So, I don't know what the heck they're doing. You know, as far as Hollywood goes, they're messing up left and right. After COVID, they pretty much just quit work. They all had so much damn money, they didn't know what to do with themselves, you know. They all got on some sort of bender and just never came back to reality. People rely on movies, man. I want to see the Snyderverse, and it's gone. Everything's gone. So, yeah. Not a whole lot to talk about that, though, is there? James Gunn's over there doing stuff that's like, well, it's an okay movie, but it's not really what we want, you know? You go ask yourself that question. So, Drazona Station. Flying to Drazona, this is what I'm talking about. So if you go to fly to Drazona, right, because, you know, that's how it is. Now, if Q says he's getting bored or my ship is too slow, that means you need to put the fastest engines on there and all that stuff. There's actually a build where you can put a whole bunch of these things that make your ship 10 times faster, and you'll fly through all of this and be at the end of the map in like 3 seconds. It's really crazy. So, yeah. And that's what you need to put on your ship, so you can travel really fast. Because when you're collecting particles, you got to go here, go there every day. I just don't like it whenever they tell you it's, you know, on ground sometimes, because sometimes ground drives me insane. But I'm glad that so far it's been space. So, this is kind of how it is, you know, for this event. You go and collect particles, you go do your stuff, you go do the missions, and I'm looking forward to doing that mission. Usually you don't do the mission day one because it has glitches, and they have to patch it, so it takes about a week or so. Every time they've ever come out with these missions, they're always glitched on day one. You see that? He just made fun of my slow ship. It's not very fair to me. So, as you can see, it takes a lot of time to fly across the galaxy. You know, it's not easy being cheesy. And yes, here we are at the station. The famous station. This is a great game. Usually I like to take the Astro Matrix off, you know, that takes the ground stuff off. But, you know, sometimes I like it old-fashioned. So, you know, when the game first came out, you had that grid on the bottom of the map. I don't think you could remove it, but I could be wrong. And all you need is 3 particles for the day, and that does it. 3 particles. Now, usually this takes anywhere from 13 to 15 minutes to get your particles every day. And, you know, it's really good that, you know, it gives you something to do rather than, you know, sit there and do nothing all day. A lot of people like to do nothing. Back in the day, MMOs were the best thing in the world. And now look at what's happened. You know? Nobody's playing anything. I'm definitely not playing Call of Duty. You know? Alright. So, there it is. And, I'm going to... No, I don't want to do it. I want to transwarp back to the Sol system. Now, it's also good to have a set of transwarp coils and a transwarp coil cooldown 100% engine on. So that way you can transwarp coil all the time. That's right. Oh, so he's got that big ship there. It's pretty cool looking. You knew someone was going to buy it, so let's not even go there. Okay, so whenever it comes to your daily stabilization of particles, it's good to do this because you can turn that stuff in for your R&D making of stuff. So first thing you want to do is run up to Q, be like, hey man, and it says Omega particle, yeah, and you're going to choose your reward. Now I already have the new emotes. I don't think there's any emotes. The anniversary party box never used to give you anything that was worth anything, so I don't think I'm going to click on that. I've already got the party horn, but I'm going to get multiple party horns for multiple characters, if that makes sense. So, yeah, if you go to an emote box, it's not worth it. I mean, if you have all the emotes, you know. I mean, you could open one right now and you'll find out. It's just not worth it. So, as always, I have too much stuff here. And it gave me an emote box anyways. So, I remember you used to have to chase Q down on the ground. What happened to that? Does that still exist? You know, or Q would be hiding little miniature versions of Q? I just don't know. What was that event? Wasn't that this event? You used to have to do that? I don't even know. So, there's really not a whole lot you can do with all this inventory. You really have to clear this stuff out. But yeah, when it comes to events like this, it's great, and I'm glad they keep it around. So thanks for watching. Tomorrow we're going to be covering the actual gameplay. Till then, subscribe.